Greetings, my name is Krenika Drake, and I'm going to share with you how to create some amazing ePortfolios for your students for either end of the year or for the beginning of the year. Let's get started. First, we're going to go to your myBackpack. You know it has all of the tools that you need, and we're going to look for an app entitled Office 365. We're going to click on your Office 365 app, and it's going to take you to your dashboard. You'll see that your dashboard contains several of the Office apps, including Outlook, Teams, Microsoft Word, Excel, etc. Up at the top, you'll see where your waffle is. I'm going to click on the app launcher, and we're going to look for the app entitled Class Notebook. This allows you as a teacher to guide your students with creating their ePortfolios. I'm going to create a class notebook. You can title your class notebook the name of your class. If you want to title it the year, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for next year by entitling it 2022-23. You can put your grade level or whatever naming convention you would like for your students to know. I'm going to click on Next. Next, Microsoft gives us some information regarding how your notebook will be set up. Your ePortfolio will be divided into sections. You'll have a collaboration space, which you and your students can collaborate. You'll have a content library. You'll also have a teacher-only section, which only you and other co-teachers can see. And then you will have private student notebooks. Please note that the student notebooks are only for the students. You are able to see and collaborate with your students, but they are not able to see one another's notebooks. I'm going to click on Next. Here, I'm able to have a co-teacher and give that co-teacher permission to use my class notebook. So if I have a para in my class or I'm sharing students, I'm able to share ePortfolios with other teachers. I can just put their names in. I'm going to click on Next. Now I can put my students' names in. I can either put entire grade levels or I can put all of my students' names in. I'm going to click on Next. We're almost done. Now I have the option of how I want to set up my students' private space. I know I want to give my students some handouts, some class notes, homework, quizzes, but I'm also going to put a section in here for projects. And I'm also going to put a section in here for writing. I'm going to click Next. It's going to show me how I want my ePortfolio to look as the teacher side, as well as what the students' I will look like. If it's correct, I'm going to come down here to Create, and it's going to start setting it up. Now, if you have students that come in towards the middle of the year, you're able to add those students, and I'll share with you how to do so. Up here at the top, you'll see where you can either open in OneNote or online. Your laptop does have the OneNote software, so you can open it in the OneNote software, but I'm going to click Open Up Online. Once your notebook is open, you'll see that each one of the sections gives you information about that particular section. So there's a welcome section, there's a collaboration section, content, and teacher only. Now, if I go back and add students, I'll see all of my student sections over here on the left-hand side. So one of the great things with having your ePortfolio in OneNote, you're able to insert PDFs. So I'm going to come to my teacher only section, and I'm going to add a page. Now, please note that this ePortfolio is just like a Trapper Keeper. If you remember how every year you would have a Trapper Keeper to assist you with organization, this is exactly what this does. So I'm going to add a page, and on my page, I want to go ahead and create a writing portfolio for my students. So I'm going to entitle this page Writing. Once I insert my writing, I'm able to insert a file. I click on File, and I'm going to do File Printout. The File Printout allows your students to be able to annotate on PDFs or Word documents. I'm going to click on my desktop because that's where it is located. I have a year in writing. So here's my PDF. And you'll see that because I asked for a printout, it's actually going to print out every page that's in the PDF. Once this is inserted, you'll see every page that's in your PDF. Up here at the top, there's a button that's called Draw. This is where your students are allowed to annotate on the PDF. But please remember, I haven't added my students. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Home. I'm going to click on Class Notebook. And I'm going to click on Add Remove. So I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of students. So it's going to take me back to, if you all remember this section here, I'm going to find the portfolio that I want to add my students to. Let's see, I'm going to start typing their name. Here's one. And let's see if we can find another one. And there's my second student. I'm going to click on Next, and I'm going to update. Now watch the magic. You will see that those students are added into my notebook. Let's click on the notebook. And each one of those students has already received their section. So there's nothing that I have to do to add. They're already there. I'm going to come back to my teachers section. And I want each one of these students to get a copy of this. I'm going to click on the page that I want them to get. I'm going to go to Class Notebook and Distribute Page. You'll see that I can distribute it either to individual students or as a group. I'm going to go ahead and distribute this page to my students, and I want it to go into their writing section. I just click on Distribute, and they get a copy. So no more am I running to the copy machine. If you have any questions, please reach out to your ETS, and they will be able to give you some additional assistance.